Everybody in the club getting the Pythagorean theorem solved. That's what's up. Okay, so we are going to be doing the Pythagorean theorem. When do you use the Pythagorean theorem, you ask? Oh, man, that's a good question. And I'll tell you, whenever you have right triangles. Whenever you have a triangle that has right there, that means that sucker is 90 degree. 90 degrees is special, okay? They're a very special type of angle in the mathematic universe. They're a very, very fancy angle. As far as triangles goes, they're legit. Too legit to quit? Too legit. Too legit to quit. So, whenever you have a right angle, that makes it a right triangle. Now, when you have a right triangle, that means you can use the Pythagorean theorem. Okay? This is a nice little way you can use to find side lengths. Now, let's look at it. Okay? A. Oh, wow, didn't mean to do that, but now that we're here. Well, let's see if I picked. Okay, that was fun. That was fun. I'm glad we're all back from that little vacation. All right, now, your A, not important. B, not important. They're just the legs of the triangle, which means they're two of the sides that are forming this right angle. What's important is what's on the opposite side of that right angle, and that's your C. That's your hypotenuse. H-Y, pot-in-U-S-E. It's difficult to write when you got fat fingers. I'm sorry. So, that's the hypotenuse. These are just the legs. A and B doesn't matter. You could have made this B and this A. It doesn't matter, okay? What's important is what's right here, okay? That's your C squared. All right, let's get this little guy out of the way. And then let's solve this little guy, okay? Let's say this is a right triangle. So we know it's a right triangle because that's got a 90-degree angle right there. All right, let's say this is 13 and this is 5. And we don't know this. That's x. Okay? Now, we use Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay? Now, all we do is plug in what we know to find what we don't know. If you ever seen my other videos, you know that's true because I said it in a weird voice. All right? What did I say is the most important? What did I just say? I'll tell you what I just said. Why are you so angry, first off? What I just said is the most important is your hypotenuse. Okay? This little square thing, it's pointing at it. Thanks, little guy. That's the most important. Plug it in first. It's 13. That's our hypotenuse. 13 squared. Okay? Now, your A and your B don't matter. Okay? We'll make this our A. We'll make that X our B. Okay? So we plug it in for A. Plug it in for B. So it's 5 squared. And then that's plus x squared. Alright, and then we just solve the little guy. Now, some fun facts before we keep moving. These are still your legs of it. This is still your hypotenuse. This will be your longest side length out of all three. You know why? Because side length sizes are in direct correspondence with the size of the angles. Now, we know all three of these angles add up to 180 degrees, right? Well, if this one's 90, that only leaves 90 degrees to split between these two. Even if this was 1 degree, this still could only be 89. Neither of these could be larger than 90 degrees. Because in a triangle, 180 degrees, you subtract the 90 you've already used, you've only got 90 left to split between two angles. Therefore, it's your largest angle. Therefore, the side opposite is your largest side. Okay? Wow, I just made that triangle look good. Alright, so let's finish solving. Thank you for the little break. Let's keep solving this equation. We got to find this side length. Okay, so let's just work this little guy out. 5 squared is 25. X squared is, we have no idea. And 13 squared is 169. Alright, now we get our x by itself. We subtract 25 from both sides. X squared would equal 144. And then what do you do to get rid of squared? What's the opposite of squaring something? Square root. They even made the name sound similar. Squared, square root. That cancels out. Square root of 144 is 12. Therefore, that is 12. Now, we can check it real quick just to make sure we're in the ballpark. Is that less than the hypotenuse? Yes, it is. That's 13. That's 12. Alright? And that's pretty much it. That's Pythagorean theorem in a nutshell. Speaking of, I'm in a nutshell. It's very large. I found it on the ground. A giant squirrel said I could have it. He was very polite. I enjoyed conversing with him, and he was a giant squirrel, and he's very nice. I think I've already said that. Okay. Don't forget to check out tarveracademy.com. It's got some math videos on there and other things that you can reach me at and like find things that I've done in the past, future, present, what. Tyler's okay on Facebook, at Tyler Tarver on Twitter. Shoot me any questions you got. Take a picture of a problem. I'll try to help you out. And then my other YouTube channel, besides the one you subscribe to, hopefully this one that you see the video on, you can also check out my other ones, 13 Evil Shenanigans. I got videos that are less mathy and more non-mathy. You know what? Really, let's talk about you. How are you today? Great. Bye.